morning, everyone. Welcome back. This is Paula with Paula's Imperfect Plans. On my channel, I share my planning and budgeting journeys as I work really hard to get my life together as a mid-30s wife and mother living in the Midwest. So today, what I'm doing, or what I'm starting on today, this is my spending binder. So it's where I put, well, that has a savings challenge in it, but otherwise it has spending money, beauty, household, the money that I'm spending, that we are spending every week. And so I am in here today, and I thought I would put it on video because just to kind of show how I do this, and I am newer to like the cash stuffing side of things. But I did something this weekend that I don't typically do, and spent a large chunk of money that I was not budgeting for. And so now I'm kind of going to go through and see what I can do to remedy that in my budget. So now I actually don't have the amount off the top of my head. It's 124 and change, so I'm gonna round up to 125 because I'm filming with my phone, and that's where I have the amount that I put on my card. So we had family in town over the weekend, and we picked up the tab at dinner, which isn't typically how that works, but we went out to a nicer restaurant in our town and spent $124 and change on a meal for my family of 5 and 3 extra people. So I have some, oops, that can be put away. So this is kind of what I'm gonna do. One of the people that went out with me gave me some cash to put back at it. Okay, so I'm down to 103 that I need. I just told another person that their portion of the meal was 15, so they will give me cash for that. So that leaves me down to 88. So now I'm here in seeing where I can pull money from to avoid just eating that in my budget. So I have $10 in my spending that I'm going to take out to put towards it. We'll come back to beauty. Let's go to let's actually see what's in drinks right now. Let's pull, I'm gonna leave the money in groceries because we do still have to go grocery shopping this week. I'm going to pull 15 out of kids, which just brings us down to 63. I'm gonna leave each of their spending money in there. I'll take the 5 out of beauty, which will take us to 58. And then I will take another 3 out of drinks, and that'll leave us at $55 that I still have to, what's in groceries here? 10, 15, we still have 120, 35, $135 in groceries for the week, but we get groceries every week, so he will go grocery shopping probably tonight, and then that will give us groceries through our next payday. So I'm not gonna pull anything out of groceries yet because we'll see if there's anything left over. That's my bank envelope that already has some other money in it that needs to go back to the bank. So I'm going to start with that for right now. Let me This will at least be a good chunk. I'm nowhere near like this amount having to be paid on my card. So I definitely have time to pull other things together, but I thought if I could get a good start on it, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. $20, $30, $40, $45, $50, $51, $52, $53, $54, $55. Oh, minus 15. So I'm waiting on the other 15. That's what it is. I was like a little confused. So I'm going to put that 55 back in the bank, and I'm going to make myself a note that I had 55 today to put on my credit card to cover that amount. What other money do I have in back to the bank? Oh, I'll go through that another time. Okay, so that is 55 for that. So I'm going to set that in the back to the bank. And then I guess I could do that now as long as I'm already filming. This is, if I pull up my transactions here, and I changed it a little bit. So I went to Walmart and my husband asked me to pick up some additional groceries that he kind of, that were just missed on the list. So it was actually a little more than 17 in groceries, but I didn't want to pull all of the cash. I didn't want to break larger bills, so I just took 17 out of groceries, and then just did the math. So that's 17 out of groceries, and then 24.31 would be out of kids stuff, which is still in the account. So I just needed to pull 17 in with cash, so that can go then over here with my that can go over with the that can go over with the 55 that I just pulled. And then my husband bought something for my mom for $86, something for her mower, so she gave me cash to cover that card purchase, which actually doesn't go on my credit card, just back into my bank account because we used the debit card because it was before we got our credit card. So for money that I'm putting back into the bank this week, it is 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 158. So I'm just gonna make sure. So that was 55 for the food. That is 17 on the card for groceries. And then it was 86 in the bank for mom. So then I'm just gonna do the math and make sure that with 55 plus 17 plus 86, that is 158. I will count it one more time to make sure that that is accurate, but I am almost certain that it is. 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58. 158. That will go back to the bank today. I will run it through the drive-thru when I'm in town later. To go, and then so 17 plus 55, 72 of that will go on the card, and 86 just will remain in the bank. So I'm gonna leave that little note there for myself because notes are good. And then I also received, which was like talked about in our last, like the budget with me, but I received my mileage check my reimbursement check. So that will go in the bank as well. That's going in back in that envelope. I'm not going to show that because it has my place of employment and everything on it, but that arrived over the weekend, and so I am going to put that in the bank today to throw in my sinking fund. So that amount is, I'm just going to do the math to make a note so that when the bank people, so I'm looking at 530, 536 total. And so that is how I'm paying myself back here, starting out pretty early on this Monday morning, getting my cash envelopes sorted out. Thanks for watching, and hope that all made sense, and see you next time. Bye.